You know where I'm going. You definitely know where I'm going. Yep, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Let's see if we can get somebody to tap on in here and we can have these conversations. Uh, yeah. Mm-hmm. See who's out there. See if we can get one of you jive turkeys to tap on in. Wow. Black faces, white agendas. Mm, mm, mm. Who comes up with this stuff? Who comes up with this stuff, y'all? Only I would say these things. Who do y'all else know says the things I say? Appreciate got somebody in here. Appreciate you for tapping in. Black faces, white agendas. Yeah. We got a bunch of people on here. Yeah. Question. What have they done for you? When it all boils down, let's talk about it. What have we benefited? What have black people benefited from any of these people being in office for 20, 30, 40 years? What have they done? What is their lasting legacy? What have they been able to what's the word? What pelts do they have on the wall? What is the success rate? What is the success for what we can see? What is something tangible that we in the black community can say these people are responsible for? What have they done for us? What have they given to their people? What have they brought their people? What? Let's go there. I'm interested. Someone, appreciate I got somebody in the chat. Got two of y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all for being here. Somebody tell me, because I'm not that smart. Someone tell me, what have any of these people done that is substantial, that we in the black community can say that's a victory, not a victory for themselves, not a victory for the people in their circle. I mean that's a victory of the in the community, right? What legislation have they been able to get passed that is significant and that has created opportunity for people that look like them? What have they done besides line their own pockets and get rich? Now, somebody can tell me, because I may be wrong. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, right? I'm always willing to have this conversation. Someone tell me, what have they done? Give it a few more minutes, see who checks in. I had three of y'all in here. Don't have anyone currently. Definitely have to get into this though. What have these people done? What have they done, y'all? What have they done? What have they given and brought to the community? What are the pelts? What opportunity have they given us? El Cheapo in the house. Appreciate you, El Cheapo. Thank you for being in here, El Cheapo. You had a little jokey joke about my haircut. Yeah, I appreciate you, El Cheapo, for being in here. That's my girl, El Cheapo. What's going on? Yeah, El Cheapo, I'm going there. What have these people done for us? What have they done for us? I'm going there. Howdy, sister. I'm going there. Yeah, I'm going there. You know, I'm going places that a lot of people, they're scared to go. You know I'm not. Let's see. I just can't wait to see you with your haircut. Yeah, when I get one of these days, I'm gonna get one. A lot of times I've been so broke, sister, ever since I stopped hustling and taking care of this little girl. I haven't even had the money for real. I'm scared of this live. Yeah, they're gonna be upset about this one. And you know I don't care. You know I don't care. This is where we're going here. Black faces, white agendas. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Because I'm gonna tell you something, El Chivo. These are things that I've known for years. They quick to put people that look like us. We quick to prop people up and give them position. I'll tell you something that I remember hearing. This was years ago in a movie that I like called Braveheart with Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson said he was talking to the Robert the Bruce, and he said, there's a difference between us. You think that the people exist to provide you with position. I think your position exists for you to provide the people with freedom, and I go to see that they have it. See, that's the difference between, and that's a great saying. These people think that their position exists, think that we exist to provide them with position. Look at what they do, y'all. Look at their faces. They stay laughing. They stay acting like, we don't have the issues that we have. All the while they're in the Senate for 30 years, 40 years, because there's no statute, there's no term limits on these. So these people have been in government for decades, right? And they have nothing to show for it besides the personal enrichment that they themselves have been able to gain. They like the power, they like the ability to have all the basically quote unquote carte blanche, the senators, the congressmen and women. They love all of that, the perks. But what have they given us, El Cheapo? Where is the success that we in the black community have been able to see? Where is the meat on the bone? What have they done? Where is it? What have we gotten for having these phony ass people in office? We voted for them, right? We put them in these positions. However, what have they done? What have they given us besides good speeches? Right? Oh, they know how to talk. Oh yeah, El Cheapo. Chat, they can talk. Oh yes, mighty, yeah. They can talk. Oh, they talk a good game. Now, when it comes time for substance though, when it comes time for something tangible, let me tell you, El Cheapo, I don't know if you remember this. A few years ago, there was a shooting down in Atlanta where some Asians were deleted in, I believe they were massage parlors. Within 3 months, they got an Asian hate bill passed. Within 3 months of that shooting, look it up. Within 3 months, they were able to get legislation passed, right, in order to protect their people. It didn't take any time, right? It didn't take no time. They literally got that done off top. Had no problem getting that done. It was a walk in the park. Yet, oh my, how slow the wheels turn when it comes to people that look like you and I, though. Yeah. Now we have to wait. Now the wheels of justice turn so slowly. Now the opportunities are few and far in between. Is it me, chat? Am I wrong? Or am I missing something here? Somebody tell me if I'm missing something. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Give me a 1 if I'm on point. Give me a 2 if you think I'm Batshit. I respect your opinion. I will respect your opinion. What have they done, y'all? Look at them. They love to posture. They love to tell us what blacks should and shouldn't do. They love to tell us that opportunity and they love for us to see them in positions. Now what we got? What we got? What we got, y'all? Tell me. My bad, y'all. Just a couple Cool Ranch Doritos with some hot sauce on them. What do we got? What do we got, black people? Black faces, white agendas. Look at them. Black faces, white agendas. Bunch of liars, bullshitters, thieves, con men and women telling us things. They get elected off us and then go into the halls of Congress, White House, Pentagon, and do things that don't benefit the people that look like us. Shout out to Miss Linda May. Appreciate you being here, sister. Yeah, you see the thumbnail. You see the thumbnail, Miss Mays. This was on tip. I said, you know what, I'm going there. You feel what I mean? I'm going there. What have we gotten from these people, Miss Mays? What have we gotten? If you boil it all down and reduce it, right? If you reduce it to its listen, if you lower it to its common denominator, let's just say that. What have we got? What do we have to show for these people being in office? Right? They've been there 30 years. In some cases, 40 years. John Conyers and the rest of these Democratic politicians. And look at their face. Look at them, y'all. Just what do we have to show for them and for all of we voted for them, we backed them, we've supported them, right? You law-abiding, tax-paying black citizens, right, that you are. You've done that. You've done your part. Now, where has been the opportunity? Where's the payoff for you, right? I was just saying, Miss Mays, that there's a saying that I really like on this movie called Braveheart, and I'll repeat it again for those who didn't hear it. He was talking to Robert the Bruce, William Wallace, and he said, there's a difference between us. You think that the people exist to provide you with position. I think that your position exists to provide the people with freedom, and I go to see that they have it. See, that's me. See, that's the difference between me and them. I don't think that people exist to provide you with position. And that's what we get a lot of times as black people. We get told to wait. We get told to wait in line. But however, everybody else is having it their way. This is a true story, y'all. This just happened today. I decided I wanted to get Gizmo some ice cream when I picked her up from daycare. So I got off the bus a little early. You know what I'm saying? Was moving around. I was in proximity of 2 stores and 2 gas stations. And I went to all 3 looking for somebody that looked like me in Atlanta, Georgia. What I see, Indians. In a predominantly black community. And what I always say, so you are always in our communities providing goods and services to people that don't look like you, who you would never support if the shoe was on the other foot, right? We know this. And yet, and you selling us, I asked y'all, I wanted a strawberry shortcake. Anybody know about the strawberry shortcake, the little crunch bars? Anybody familiar with those? I love those, right? Do y'all know when I went up there, that lady told me it was gonna be $4 for a bar of ice cream that's probably had freezer burn. I said, I'm straight. I didn't want to buy from her anyway. I was looking for somebody that looked like me. But here I am. However, here I am in Atlanta, Georgia, where I was told this is Black Hollywood, where blacks have all of the opportunity. And every time I'm looking to do business, it's with somebody who don't look like me. It's with somebody who don't look like me, y'all. Where are all of the blacks that I heard that were doing so well in Atlanta? Where are they? Where are the black businesses, the black small businesses? Because that's what keeps your community going. I'm not talking about no rappers or none of that, no fucking real life housewife bullshit. I'm not talking about that dumbass shit. I'm talking about real opportunity that the backbone of your community is the small businesses, the small grocery stores, the convenience stores, the gas stations. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was told this is Black Hollywood. Somebody tap in and tell me, where are the people that look like me doing business at? Now, because I'm still new to the city, right? It's only been a year. However, every time I'm looking to do business, it's with somebody who does not look like me. So my question is, where are they? Where are the people that look like me doing business at? Where? And I didn't get that ice cream, y'all. I said, you know, Gizmo, I love you. Daddy ain't getting you no ice cream. I'm not paying these Indian bastards. I'm not paying these Indian bastards no $4 for no ice cream bar when I'm barely making, you know what I'm saying, when I'm making crumbs on the dollar working at this job, you know what I'm saying, to provide. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even fresh ice cream. I'm not giving you $4 for no, man, get the hell up out of my face. But once again, they bring that stuff to our community. And this is what they do. They get rich. Opportunity after opportunity, y'all, of people that look like us. When are we going to stop allowing these people to use us? And this is why I came to YouTube, y'all, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm so sick and tired of people using black people like tampons. Like a woman to use a tampon and then throw it discarded and then study telling us it's cool. Nah, shit ain't cool. This shit ain't cool. Nah, it ain't cool. I ain't cool shit. Now, if you cool, that's you. Awesome ain't cool, nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't cool. You know what I mean? And you know, you not even, and it's these people. Like, look at their faces, y'all. Look at them. What have they done? What have they given us? What have they given us? They've been they're career politicians. That's all they do. It's benefit of our community. Leech, they come around once every 2 or 4 years, right? You know, midterms and primaries, and you know what I mean? They come out there like Kamala, you know what I mean, who don't even, this bitch thought she was going to be. What did she say, y'all? She made greens. What did she say? You put greens in the bathtub. What did she say? Yo, what did she say about the greens in the bathtub? Somebody. Now you all at a black barbecue. Like, aren't y'all tired of being used? Like, when are black people going to be tired of being used? Like, why do you continuously allow yourself to be used, black man, black woman? Why? Why do you allow people to drag you through the mud and allow other people to benefit from your sacrifice and toil and pain and suffering and then tell you to wait? What's wrong with you, black man? And here's the worst part for you black men. You got the nerve to be online crying about submission. Well, most of you niggas done submitted to the white man already. You crying for your woman to submit to you, but you niggas done already submitted to the white man. Isn't that? Yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, I said it. And I don't give a blank who don't like it. A lot of you brothers done submitted to the wife. You have no problem catering and acquiescing to whatever he wants from you. You won't stand up, right? And fight for your own communities. Even if it means giving your life. If that's what it means, if that's what it meant if that's what it meant to be able to provide for somebody else did it for you. So your life meant more than the people that came before you? They wanted to live too. You think they didn't want to live? But they recognized that it wasn't about them. It was about something bigger. Do y'all think anybody on this list that y'all see with all of these faces is going to help you? Do y'all really think that these people have no interest in helping you whatsoever? All they want to do, right, is make everything about everybody. Oh, now we're people of color, right? So, you know what I'm saying? So these people, these Indians, right? These Mexicans, these people can come over here, these Chaldeans and Arabs, they come over here in our communities and do business, and they win. They do business in our communities. Y'all don't see something wrong with that? Like y'all don't find anything odd about that? That these people come over in our communities and get rich off us? Then they cheat, then they're stealing because they sell Lucy cigarettes. Y'all know I ain't lying. They selling cigarettes for $1 a piece, right? So now a pack what's a pack of cigarettes, y'all? What's a pack of Newports these days? Somebody said it was $10. I don't remember. Somebody said it's about $10, you know what I'm saying, for a pack of, you know what I'm saying? But I think now it's like, so now, you know what I mean? They're able to double their profit because they sell the Lucy's for $1 a piece. Everybody gets rich in our community, benefits off our struggles and sacrifice and pain. And all we do, and we just sit back and take it. And it's these people right here that are playing a role in it. These people they never gave a damn about us. They only care about providing themselves with position. They know to stay in their place. They know they've been buffaloed. They've been buffaloed. I don't like none of them. They never cared about our community, but yet they continue to take from us and extort our people using us. I'm tired of being, listen, man, they did this here, black man, and you brothers got the nerve to be asking about submission. That's the key to me. That's the kick in the head. You want women to submit to you, but you won't even fight for your own community. Women submit to strength. Power yields to nothing except strength. Except more power. So what are you talking about, dog? You're begging for opportunities that you could literally give yourself. You could free yourself. If only you knew that you could free yourself. You literally could free yourself. You could free yourself, brother. And have the respect of your women. But you'd rather be a coward and sit back on your hands and knees begging white folk for opportunity that you can give yourself. And they use you. Black faces, white agendas. Yeah, I said it. And I don't care who don't like it. I'm the realest guy on YouTube. I don't care what you can book it. There ain't nobody realer than me. Awesome gonna say it. I don't run from nothing. I'm going to say the truth. And I've been where I've been. I've done what I've done. If you don't like me, it's only because you hate yourself, black man. If a black man don't support me, he hates himself. How can you not like a brother who's speaking to the issues that you could not wish to speak to, that cares enough to speak to these issues, been what I've done, and I've actually given my Saturdays up to teach young black boys how to play chess when I was hustling, because that's how important it was to me. It's way before YouTube. I've been dressing in suits way before Kevin Samuels, because I thought black men should clean their image up. You know what I'm saying? How we dress and how we move, and I thought that it was important. Right? I've been getting money. I've been out in the streets. I've done it all. I've done it all. I never folded, I never told, and I always, you know what I'm saying, been able to stand tall. Shout out to Mr. Ed, appreciate you. This a brainwash pro Democrat plantation channel. Yeah, bro, I don't care nothing about Democrats or Republicans. Ed, you must be new to my channel. You must be new to my channel. I couldn't care less. I don't advocate for any. Once again, let me say this: any party. I don't like none. I think all of them benefit off the backs of blacks. And obviously, so no, Mr. Mandel, you'd be incorrect. Respectfully, no, this ain't nothing. Besides, I've been off the plantation, dog. I've been in. Listen, ain't nothing about me, no plantation guy. I'm a warrior. Yeah. Why don't you stick around and maybe you'll learn something. Shout out to Fancy. Appreciate you, Fancy. How you get that big hand? What is that big red hand? That look like how you got 6 fingers on it? Yeah, I'm going there, Fancy. I'm going there. Yeah, definitely going there. Look at these faces, Fancy. Look at them. Look at these bunch of liars and bullshitters. Look at I can't stand these bastards. I can't. I can't. Because here's the thing. And I said this, Fancy, but I think you just now tapping in. I said something that was very profound. And I got it from, once again, it was the movie Braveheart. William Wallace said, there's a difference between us. You think that the people exist to provide you with position. I think your position exists for you to provide the people with freedom. And I go to see that they have it. Shout out to Mr. Mandel. Let's see what you got. All those blacks on the screen live in rich, white-only neighborhoods with walls around them, send their kids to private schools and have their own private security that have guns and plenty cops. Well, I agree. I agree. So what's the I don't disagree there, Mr. Mandel. So what is you said this is a brainwash pro Democrat plantation channel. So that's what I'm saying. So what you're saying, you know what I mean, you're giving two different you're giving me different energy. I'm not quite sure what are you saying you agree with me? Are you saying that I'm incorrect? You know, make yourself a little bit plainer, sir, and I appreciate you. No, Mr. Mandel, I'm the realest guy on YouTube. Let me tell you that. You're not gonna find nothing phony about me. My life is an open book, mostly. You know what I'm saying? Besides, maybe a couple things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, ain't nothing programmed about me. I'm an independent thinker, and I simply search for the truth. And my question, Mr. Mandel, is what have we gotten? I don't know if you're black, sir, but I'm speaking specifically to the people that look like me, foundational Black Americans. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. That was a term that he coined, I believe. And so, in order to make sure that there is a cleared delineation from us and other immigrants. Black people we were here. We've always been here. And so for those people, that's who I speak to. So my question is, what have we gotten in the black community from these people who are lifelong career politicians? And this is, and listen, you got some Republicans in there as well, I'm sure. But like I said, it doesn't matter whether they are or aren't. You know what I'm saying? I don't like any of them because they all fall up under the same agenda, which is keep blacks in a subservient role. And here, listen, don't do too much, don't move too much, stay in your place. And as long as they stay in their place, then they good. As soon as they start trying to, as soon as these blacks, whatever, if they ever tried to make a move, then they'd be crushed. But like I say, once again, I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Let's see. Shout out to Stephen Russo. Is this Africa? No, Stephen Russo. I'm in. I live in America. You know what I'm saying? I live in Michael. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Not from here, but I'm new to the city. Shout out to Steve Russell. I see all criminals. Well, you know what I'm saying? Depends on what you consider crime. You know what I mean? Listen, I don't see these people as listen, America was built on crime. The question is, you know what I'm saying, what can we in the black community see that has happened that would benefit for us? What has happened that benefits black people? That's my thing. I'm a get to the bottom of it kind of guy. All right. I'm not dealing with surface level things. In the end, what can we see? What changes or opportunity? What legislation has been passed? What can we see as black people that we have benefited from all of these people? And it's just not just the ones in this particular picture. I just was trying to pull up a picture of as many, black politicians as I possibly could. However, don't think that anybody that's not included is not under, you know what I'm saying? All them bastards included. I don't like none of them bastards. All of them a bunch of liars and thieves and bullshitters, you know what I'm saying? And they wish to keep black men and, specifically under the thumb. And any man that want to live under that is not a man that, is not a man at all. Shout out to Fancy. I voted one time in my life and it was for Barack. I was 19 thinking it was going to do something just because he looks like us. I never voted again and never will. Don't blame you, Fancy. A lot of people were under that assumption. They really believed in him. That was the kick. I think that's what really disappointed a lot of people so much because they really believed in Barack. They thought that Barack was going to give opportunity. I remember when he got voted in, y'all. I remember because, you watch CNN and, I'm saying, when the votes come in, you have black people on the streets crying, old elderly black women, because they really believed that a face was going to change. That different face meant different opportunity. Boy, were we wrong. Were they wrong? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I knew this at 20. I knew it. Shout out to Mr. Bronx 61. Appreciate you. New to the channel, Mr. Bronx. I never met you. Thank you for being here. Malcolm warned us that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Malcolm, and you know what else? Mr. Brown, Mr. Bronx. Not only was he sure of it, he spoke about these. He spoke about these bootlicking these bootlicking athletes and entertainers. He knew it. He knew they wasn't shit. And here we go using these. They're not Muhammad Ali. Like they. You know what's funny, Mr. Bronx? You any fool can call himself an activist now. Fancy chat. Have y'all noticed that? How everybody in their bio has some sort of activist. What? Like, what did you give up? What did you sacrifice? Where's your pelts on the wall? Where's your blood that you shed? What have you given up? Man, get up out of my face. Talking about you an activist, a philanthropist, activist. Man, I'm trying not to cuss this so much, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna end up losing it. I'm gonna go on a tangent. Shout out to Stephen Russo. Dude, stop it. I'm a white guy. I have it rough. Oh, here we go. Now we got it. Hold on, everybody. Let's go. Listen, Stephen Russo. Let's show some respect now. Dude, stop it. I'm a white guy. I have it rough too. We all do. You need to stop thinking you're the only ones who are struggling. Stephen Russo. You know something, Stephen Russo? First of all, I appreciate you tapping in. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Secondly, man, I'm gonna give you the courtesy of understanding that you really don't understand these issues, right? And in truth, I'll be honest with you. I'll take it a little step further. If you're not successful in America and you're a heterosexual white man, you wasted your whiteness. Everything in this country is geared towards you to succeed. So if you did not succeed, or if you're not succeeding, it is only because you are only stopping you. You know what I'm saying? You are only stopping you because there's nothing, because the escalator for you is always going to be there. And it's easy for you to always say, see, here's the thing when black people speak about issues like this. Y'all quick to say that, and when I say y'all, I mean people that look like you. You quick to say don't deal with it, but yet you live in a country where white privilege is all around you, yet you benefit from that white privilege, but yet you never want to acknowledge it. But yet but yet you still use it. You know what I mean? It's very, I don't like the word disingenuous now, Fancy, because it's become an internet word and it's kind of corny now. But that would, I think, fall up under this. You don't be willfully slow, Mr. Steven. Not want to be disrespectful. However, I don't think you know enough or you're honest enough with yourself to understand that you live in a country that is only rich because of the slave labor of 250 years worth of it, right? Right, you know what I'm saying? Like so, and not talking to other things that have come in effect of that. So let's let respectfully, I want to give you some respect. However, man, this might that's say my channel is about the masculine self-esteem of black men. That's what my channel is about. Now, if you can learn something from it, great. You want to subscribe, great. But however, my content is tailored toward that. So in case you didn't know, now you do. Appreciate you for being here though. Shout out to Fancy. Steven, we struggle more than y'all. Stop playing blind in what we still go through here in America. Yeah, they'll always do that, Fancy, because that's see, here's the thing. They don't want to, a lot of times, it's the they don't want to, white people I've noticed have I've told you this before, Fancy. They only like black people when they're looking down upon them. They like black people as long as they can look down at them. That's when, it's in, as long as they're in some sort of superior role, right? Or they like to try to say, oh, it's always we all in this all together, but yet the wealth gap is 84% to 2.5. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're in it together, but yet we don't have anything, and it's always unbalanced against us in the deficit, but yet we never deal with that. So no, Stephen, that's not gonna work. You don't struggle with shit. Well, here's the thing, and that's easy for you to say, Stephen. Like I said, once again, coming from a white man in America, it's easy for you to say. Now, just a minute ago, you were saying you struggling. Now you're saying we don't struggle with shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe you said me, you mean myself and Fancy. Once again, this is what white privilege looks like, right? It allows you to say these things, right? And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, you're a white man in America, so you're in a position of power. However, what I'm letting you know is that every black man doesn't think like not no go along to get along like these clowns you see in this picture here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these kind of black men right here, right? I don't go along to get along. You know what I'm saying? I want something substantial for my people. You know what I'm saying? Like these people don't represent me, and they don't represent the black people that are really, really out here on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? They just happen to have the positions, so they taking advantage of it. But I believe things are gonna change. I do. I'm gonna do my best to see that they do. Shout out to Fancy. They looking up to clowns. The sister said it. She said what she said. Shout out to Steven. I see black people with more money than me. Steven, we're talking about collectively, okay? You know what I'm saying? You may see a couple, yes, Magic Johnson got more money than you. Michael Jordan got more money than you. You know what I'm saying? Like Oprah got more money. You know what I'm saying? We're not dealing with that, okay? We're talking, you know what I'm saying? We're there's always going to be some people that have more money than you. You know what I'm saying? But blacks as a whole do not have anything in this country substantial. Blacks as a whole, we lack. The few blacks that have anything are always people that you recognize. Athletes, entertainers, people that run, jump, dunk, step and fetch for white folk. You know what I'm saying? They go around shucking and jiving. You know what I mean? And yes sir, Master Charlie. Hey, fans, know the mother do that tap dancing and shit. I used to know how to tap. My homeboy used to know how to tap. He'd do it when we was in prison. You know what I'm saying? Can tap. Yeah, and so you have those blacks that have that. However, we don't have anything. Fancy, I don't know if you heard me. I was going to get Gizmo some ice cream. Do you know I went to like 4 different stores trying to spend with somebody that looked like me, and I couldn't find one black store? All it was Indians. And they trying to sell me an ice cream bar for $4. What? Like, this is what like you continuously wish to destroy. Like you just want to continue to, people like black people, as long as black people just shut up and don't say nothing and just continue to allow other people to continue to grape us and take advantage of us. That's the type of blacks that y'all like. Y'all like blacks that get along with y'all. Y'all like blacks that entertain you. You like blacks that, you know what I'm saying, that shut up and dribble and, you know what I mean, and or you know, the type of blacks that are going to agree with your white talking points. That, you know what I mean, black people need to pull themselves up. They need to do better. As if white people ever pulled themselves up. As if y'all ever did it. You never did it. You absolutely never did it. Okay, you didn't clear the fields that this country was built upon. Last time I said, hey, do your little research. The Homestead Act, fancy. Let's see, Stephen. Why don't you go check out the Homestead Act and tell me about that? Yeah, that's when America was giving white people land. All they had to do was come farm it. Okay, so let's slow down a little bit, Stephen. Shout out to Fancy. Stephen, you should exit this slide. Well, let him stick around, Fancy. I'll cook on him for a little bit. And then, like I say, Stephen, I'm always interested. This is what I always say whenever people come, because I had another guy like you, similar to your beliefs in here previously. I gave him the opportunity. I said, sir, shoot me, comment on one of my videos. I'll send you my email. Then we can set up a date and I'll give you the opportunity to come on and you can speak your piece. Like, he swore up and down, I'm a man of my word, I'm gonna do this, that. Guess what he did, Stephen? He was not a man of his word. He did not come on. And the floor was open. So what I get a lot of times are white men who will jump in my chat, you know what I mean? But then when the opportunity is given to him, Fancy, to really come on, and it's because I respect you, man. You know what I mean? Listen, you're a man, you have a right to have your opinion. You know what I mean? But I want you to know you're looking at a man too. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, as long as we're two men, even if we're on different sides of a position, I can still have respect for you, Stephen, as long as you're a man who Listen, Stephen, let me tell you something. I'd rather you tell me you hate black people to the core and you hope we never get anything and you believed in slavery and you wish the Confederacy had have been successful. I can respect that because at least you're being honest with me. What I hate are people behind me, and I hate the people that hide their agendas. You know what I'm saying? When you talk good out of one side of your mouth, but you destroy black people out the other side. You know what I'm saying? You want to give opportunity to our people, or you say it, but then when it comes time to do it, then you put in policies that undermine us. You say that there's no money for reparations, but yet then you give money to Ukraine. You give billions of dollars in aid and opportunity, you know what I mean, for their people, things that could come to be built up that could be used to rebuild the black community. See, so, and this is what I say, Stephen. This is why I say it's all cap. But once again, you definitely more than welcome to come on and say your piece. Shout out to Stephen. Dude, I have $0 a day. I had to actually borrow money. Stephen, I'm going to tell you something, man. Listen, I'm not saying that there are not some white people that struggle. We know that there are more white people on welfare than there are black people. We understand that, right? What I am telling you is there's always, put like this. Let me say this, right? I'm a warrior and I'm going to win. But that's my mindset, right? But everything in this country tells me that I'm not going to win. I'll give you an example. I'm still paying for felonies that I committed when I was 18 years old, Mr. Russo. But yet the president of the United States was convicted of 33 felonies just last year. He never paid for anything. He never took responsibility for anything. The government spent millions of dollars to convict him. And it was successful. Yet he still sits in the most powerful seat in office in the world. Now you tell me what black man can get away with that. You tell me somebody that look like me, somebody that looks like them could get away with that and be sitting in the very same seat. This is what white privilege looks like. And as long as you deny it, Stephen, that's the major issue, is that you don't understand it, right? You don't understand that your white privilege absolutely exists. And I don't begrudge you for having white privilege. You can't help what the color of skin you were born any more than I. However, when you're not going to be a man enough to admit that yes, you benefit from being white in America, right? Even Stephen, let's just say for a minute, even if it's something so small as hypothetically that you get pulled over, you don't have the fear that you're going to get shot by the police. Do you know when I was a kid, they would always tell me, to make sure I do whatever, just acquiesce, do whatever they say, make sure you get home. You know what I mean? Let them do whatever they want. We don't even think about protecting our rights. Nobody said protect your rights and, you know what I'm saying, stand up to the police if you don't think that. No, they say do whatever they tell you, keep your hands where they can see, roll the window down, and the Constitution, and technically, the law says I don't have to roll my window all the way down. Only thing I have to do is crack it, give them my license and registration. I don't even have to speak. Here's my license and registration. I can crack my window this much. But however, black people are told, roll your window all the way down, make sure you keep your hands on the steering wheel, make sure you try not to make eye contact. These are the things that we're taught, right? So even if that's all you benefit from is from being in a position where you don't have that on your plate, that's still a lot. Because every time you black and you get pulled over, your heart go through, your heart like this. Black people hit me in the chat if I'm lying. If you get pulled over by somebody black, your heart, you have to calm yourself down because your heart is racing because you just don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so I got that. See, stop the bullshit. Use your white privilege. Let me see. Shout out to Fancy. Use the white privilege you have. This is facts. Facts is right. Listen, when you are a white man in America and you're a heterosexual white man, opportunities are always going to be there for you. And now with the LGBT community has more rights than black people. So even if you were gay, that your opportunity, not saying you are, Stephen, I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying that's where the opportunity is. So there's opportunity all over for you, Stephen, and there always will be, right? There always will be. I'm taking care of my daughter. I've had my daughter ever since the day she was born, right? Ever since the day my daughter was born, I was living a life of crime, and I gave it up just to be able to raise my daughter, Stephen. And let me tell you something. Nothing that I've experienced in the streets or in prison has been harder than what I was just literally just talking about. It has been a day. I have done demeaning jobs like picking up trash at Popeyes. Now I work in the back of a kitchen. They work me like a Hebrew slave, like a black slave, I should say, in the back scrubbing out grease, right? For $13 an hour, crumbs. But that's all I can get right now, man. Just to be able to keep some milk in my daughter's stomach. I've had to borrow food. People have had to come through for me. Hey, Stephen, look here, man. You don't know nothing about it, man. You don't know nothing about it. You couldn't walk a day in my shoes. It will break. I get up every morning, 4 o'clock, just to be able to mentally get myself prepared for what's to come. Because now I gotta catch the bus to get my daughter to daycare. And then I gotta make sure that I'm on my job on time, right? All the while trying to figure out a plan for the future to make sure I can put something away for her so that way she can have opportunity when I'm dead. You don't know. Hey, look here, Stephen. Look here, man. Let me tell you. And I'm not, this isn't a woe is me thing, right? I'm just giving you some real talk, right? And what I'm saying is these people behind you, they have the money to give. They have money for everybody and everything except the people that look like them. There's no opportunity through these people. And this is why they'll get no respect in this community. And this is why black people for sure know exactly who these people. Now, initially, because we needed something to hope for, we believed in these people. We wanted to see the best in these people. However, we know now that these people ain't shit. They never was. You talk about things that are not real. What? Okay, Stephen, what did I say that's not real? Dude, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, dude, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Easy, bro. I have no money. I'm broke. LOL. I had to borrow money to eat. Stephen, how old are you? Okay, first of all, if you clearly got a phone, so clearly you got some type of Wi-Fi, so clearly you somewhere typing. So why are you borrowing money to eat when you should be working a job? Okay, I work. So what is your why are you not working? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be having to borrow money. Your fingers work just fine. So clearly you typing. Yeah, you typing. So if that's the case, and clearly you got Wi-Fi at a minimum. So you sitting somewhere off Wi-Fi in my chat. So you got money for that. Your phone is on. Maybe you got your priorities messed up, Stephen. So money is not power. No, no, no. Let me explain to you something. That's what they tell. See, Stephen, that's the lie they told my people. No, brother. Power trumps money. No, 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 no. There's nothing more important than having a seat at the table. And that's what my people that look like me do not have. And the people that they're a bunch of cowards. They scared. They just like the position. They don't really want anything other than to be able to keep their position, and enrich and line their pockets. No, no, no. But real people want a seat at the table. I want the ability to be able to affect my community in a way where they can have opportunity. That's the key. No, money's not power. Shout out to Fancy 100. You know it. Shout out to Anthony McDowell. Appreciate you, Anthony McDowell. Separation is the best and only solution. Now, Anthony, we got a smart man in here. Let me explain to you something, Stephen, and this is respectfully. Here's the truth. The white man only likes the black man as long as he's subservient to him and in a role that and looking down upon him. He definitely doesn't want to look him eye to eye, and he'll be damned if he looks up, right? So the truth of the matter is, this is what America really, really needs to do, right? America needs to say, you know what, okay, we're going to cut out this land, and here's X amount of dollars from, whatever that from, here's $3 billion for the people that want to move to this land, for y'all to build it up, do whatever you want, have your own. This is what you want, and this is what, because here's the thing, we're not leaving the country. First of all, we're born here. Then we don't have another country. Like people we're not immigrants. Black people, we've never, our heritage and everything that we know began here, right? So we haven't been on our homeland over 22 generations, right? So we are home, right? So our people fought for this land. We fought in every single war. We bled, we died, we toiled, we sacrificed. So now you telling us to go someplace else? Go where? Like, no. What Anthony said is 100% correct. We have to separate. That is the only, and here's the thing, not just separation, y'all, because you have to address that. You cannot not address what has happened to the black man in America. You cannot address that. You cannot get around any of that. And we got to get rid of guys like this, Anthony. We got to get rid of these coward-ass black politicians, the Republicans and the Democrats, and be able to put our own people that are going to push our agendas just like everybody else got. We need a voting block. We need a real voting block. Not these Democrats or Republicans. We need real people that are in there for real issues for us. But the bottom line is that we have to separate, because the white man will never want to see the black man in his rightful position, right? And that's a fact. So since that's the case, and since I don't trust y'all, I don't trust nothing white people say. I don't trust anything. If they say go left, I'm going right. It could be, you know what I'm saying? I don't care, because in the end, I've already seen enough of you. I've already seen enough of, I've seen what you've done throughout history. So I have all of history to show me exactly who you are. So I'll never run from that. Shout out to FBA, B1 Duty. Shout out to you. Bro, you don't owe that dude no explanation. As long as we know the truth, that's all that matters. Shout out to FBA. I appreciate you, FBA, and I thank you. I just saw your subscription thing pop in. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And well, a lot of times FBA, you gotta school these guys, man. Really give them some facts. 'Cause a lot of times what they just want to do is just want to hide behind white privilege, right? You just want to hide behind, or you want to hide behind either white privilege, or you want to hide behind, some sort of cloak that, I had nothing to do with it. That was my ancestors. I'm different. But yet you benefit from the very opportunity, that was given to you. Right. So you benefit from it, and yet and because you benefit from it, your opportunities are endless, but yet you run from that. And I don't like a man who runs from his fate. Shout out, run that down. Shout out to the FBA. These pale faces always jumping in our spaces and conversations. Yes, because they believe they can dictate the conversation for black people. They believe they should have the ability to, and this is what white privilege looks like, FBA. The ability to be able to, wait a minute, who is this nigga to tell us what should and shouldn't happen? This is what white privilege looks like. This is what you wish to have say over our lives. I'll give you an example, FBA. When the white boy just shot up the place in Minnesota and he deleted himself, they called him a coward. They called him cowards. You know what they never called him? Thug. They never called him a thug. They called him a coward. A thug is worse than a coward, right? Now, what did they call the young black men who jumped on, who had the fight in Cincinnati? They called them thugs. Now, nobody died, right? And the white man allegedly said something. I wasn't there, but something was said. And then, you know what I mean? Things get to kicking off. And, you know, and when things get to kicking off, you know, it's every man for himself. And, you know, hell, I've been involved in those type of things. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, you know, there's winners on some, there's winners and there's losers. You know, and clearly they just don't like the fact that the young black boys came out on top on the physical standpoint, right? They don't like that. But they called them thugs. Now, nobody died there, but they never called this white boy a thug. See, this is what they'll always do. They'll always put this coded language out there, and they want to just continue to slander black men and continue to dog black men and continue to drag black men. And this is what I always say, FBA. And this is, and shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Fancy if you're still here. But guys are crying about submission from women, but you niggas done already submitted to the white man. Like what? So you talking about your woman not submissive? Nigga, you ain't gave her nothing to submit to. Go out here and take your community back. Quit letting these Indians, you know what I'm saying, make all this money in your own neighborhood. Start boycotting these people. Start pushing them out and putting your own people in position. That's how you get respect. Now your women can see you doing something. But you want respect, but you don't want to take respect. That's not the way the world works. That's not the way the world works. And I don't know who these guys are, FBA. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Anthony. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, brothers. Listen, black men who are like-minded have to start to be able to band together and recognize we need one another. We cannot do it alone. Shout out to the Kosher Condition. He came up with a saying that I really like. He said, men shall unite as allies in the common cause, only to dissipate once the crisis is over. Brothers, we're in a crisis. You know what I'm saying? We're in a crisis. And we have to be able to recognize exactly where we at, and we have to begin to take a stand. Because if not, we're going to continue to lose ground because we see how the way things are going. Things are not getting better for the black man in America, right? Things are not getting better, right? And so I've heard people say it's not about black and white, it's about rich and poor and this, that, and that. Hey, look here, man. All that shit sounds good, but everybody know what they say. We've all heard the saying, what you call a black man with a PhD? You call him a nigga. That's always been the running joke. So in the end, it doesn't matter whether or not you have money. If you don't have access, you don't have power, you don't have the ability to affect your people in a positive way, then what have you really done? What have you really done if you don't have the ability to call shots in your community and be able to put your people in position? Look at all of those people on there, y'all. Where's the real opportunity for people that look? What have they done? What's it? Black faces, white agendas. This is what they do, y'all. Blackface, white agenda. They attach a blackface to a white agenda, right? And they push it on us. Here, y'all eat this. These niggas will eat this. They eat it because somebody looked like them serving it. The shit is over. And we as black people, as black men, have to begin to take the lead on these things. And we got to begin to call them out when we see them and begin to stand strong. Listen, man, I'm going to get up out of here. I've been with y'all for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, everybody. I appreciate, I appreciate Stephen, you know what I'm saying, for being in here. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, the door is always open. If you ever want to come on, you don't even have to show your face. You know what I'm saying? We can, you know what I mean? And you and I can literally have a conversation like men, right? I'll hear your points. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you mine. Wherever we land is where we land. And, that's that. As long as you don't bring me, just don't bring me feelings, right? I'm not interested in right or wrong. I'm not interested in none of that. I'm only interested in what is. I'm pro-truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Austin don't tell no lies. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. FBA says salute, brother. Salute to you, black man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being, you know what I'm saying, on the Awesome and the Gizmo show. The Gizmo was sleep. And y'all make sure I hit the like, subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? If anything I said, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't agree with, or agree with, you know what I'm saying, make sure you leave a comment. Y'all know how that, y'all know that helps the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? We small over here. We ain't doing nothing. However, I hope, what I'm saying, to be able to grow this thing, organically, you know what I mean? And just let that be. If anything I'm saying resonate with y'all, push it on another brother. You know what I'm saying? Let him know, hey, listen, man, check my man out. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm always willing to be held under, always willing to, hold my feet to the fire if you think I'm incorrect about anything, neither. You know what I'm saying? I don't block nobody and I don't run from no smoke. Shout out to Willy Wonka. What up, though? What's up, Willy Wonka? You know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't got no chocolate factory. You ain't got no chocolate factory, really. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much for being in here. You know what I'm saying? And Willie, if you new, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the like. And check it on the replay, Willie, because you just missed out on this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here.